Jambos, my channel, and thank you for those of you who continue to stop by to watch the content of my channel, and for those of you who have subscribed, I appreciate you, and also for those of you who continue to comment and like the videos, thank you. Keep such coming, because I want to engage with those people who watch my video. It's not a one-way thing. I want a back and forth interaction, so that things will be interesting on this channel. Today's video is focused on post-election incidents in Nigeria. I want to say that though the election in the ward where I voted went very smoothly, unfortunately that was not the case in many parts of Nigeria. We have seen incidents of violence. We have seen incidents of ballot box snatching in Lagos, in a ward in Edo, in Delta, and some other parts of Nigeria. We've also seen incidents of police personnel thumb printing, which is such a shame. Police personnel thumb printing in a part of Nigeria. We've also seen where a youth corps was transferring votes that was for the Labour Party to NNPP, and also we've seen cases of underage voters from Kano and Borno, and in one particular case there was a child who was about 6 years old voting, and that is just ridiculous. I heard even a day before the election that the REC in Borno was being threatened, that some people were threatening him that what happened to the REC in Borno, in situation where the REC and the wife was burnt while they were sleeping, that the same thing will happen to that REC, because he had questioned the issue of underage voters, which was over 20% in the register in that particular state. So, and then we've also seen cases of mercenary voters that were intercepted on their way to Kaduna in lorry loads with PVCs. And the question is, where did these people get their PVCs? We've seen cases of vote buying because the change or the Naira redesign had not checkmated them, and due to unavailability of cash, physical cash, they were now meeting with the voters to try to transfer money to them. But that didn't really work because people were not ready for it. In a particular case, one of my relatives was being offered 15,000 naira. So the issue is, where did these people get this kind of money that they are offering to people? And in my own particular ward, there was a situation where some people were trying to also induce people with money, but it was flatly rejected and thrown at their faces. I would say that Nigerians are really, really tired, and that's the reason why we can see that, unlike before, when people would readily jump at some of these things, they have now learnt their lessons. They have now seen that you cannot offer people money and not want to recoup what you have offered them back. Because if you have spent billions bribing people, if you've spent millions bribing people, of course, when you get into office, your official salary will not be able to make up for such. Excuse me. Your official salary will not be able to make up for such. So you now have to look for ways to recoup that kind of money that you have spent bribing people during the elections. We've also seen situations of governors, dubious governors, I'll refer to them, being part of this situation of manipulating or trying to create all kinds of obstacles to hinder or to truncate the election process. We've seen cases like that in Rivers. We've seen cases in Kogi, Lagos State, and some other parts of Nigeria. And there's a video that there are actually two videos that was sent to me through WhatsApp, and one has to do with an INEC official that was being challenged because he was manipulating the results that was being entered into the master sheet. And I'm very happy that those who were present there, well, I think they were party agents who were now challenging him and telling him that he could not do such a thing. I would just want you to watch the video, and so you can see what.
Now he's just going to be recording.
And the funny thing is that the results that they are bringing from this, kò tẹ̀ sí wọ́n fi lélẹ̀ ìgbà tá ti kúrò ń bẹ̀. Iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe yẹn ìdí iṣẹ́ yẹn iṣẹ́ yẹn.
ṣèṣèjọ́ sọ pé ṣèbáni pé ọkọ̀ àtúkọ̀ mú lọ sí kó lọ mú.
Rivers, yes.
Why are you talking like this now?
Ẹgbọ́n nǹkan tó ń sọ, he's actually telling you facts.
When there we were searching for you, you went into hiding. Now.
And ẹ̀wọ̀n gbogbo àwọn Tipex tó Tipex everywhere, kò lọ. Kò lọ. No, it's the truth, kò lọ. Yes, the thing he's doing is wrong because we are seeing the results here and not the results we had at the polling units. And he needs to stop what he's doing because he's now entering everything into the master sheet for the beavers. Yes. Gbogbo nǹkan tẹ̀ ń ṣe yìí sí ó ti wà invalid already. Now lórí beavers and then gbogbo result tó enter sí láti bàtà kátó wá síbi àti ṣe now.
Just 2 units láti ṣe ń gbà yẹn.
Yes, then wọ́n wá missing gbogbo result tó enter bí it's not what happened at the polling units. Kò lọ ẹja tiẹ̀ ṣe báyìí ẹja lo beavers. Yeah, ẹja lo beavers.
ẹ máa gbọ́.
No, but it's the truth. Òótọ́ ló ń sọ because ó ti change results. Ó ti change results. Ẹ wò ó náà ó ti change results. Gbogbo ẹ̀ a ti ń wò pé gbogbo kíní yìí sè irọ́ ni. Gbogbo ẹ̀ irọ́ ni. Yes, we do.
Bring it out and compare it with what is on the ground.
It doesn't matter. The beavers has the results. Let's go and get the beavers. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni o, bẹ́ẹ̀ni kò tó ṣe é sí kò tó ṣe é sí kò lọ. What he's doing now is not correct. He's entering manual results and it's not what we did at the polling units.
Let him stop first.
These guys, the extent they have gone to. And for this video, lastly, I want to say that Bola Ahmed Tinubu represents everything that Nigeria should not be. And if you watch this video that I'm going to show right now, you'll really be able to understand. Please take a look at the video.
It's what we are doing. It's being determined to do it. At all costs, fight for it, grab it, snatch it.
Yes, sir.
And run with it.
Yes, sir. Jagaban.
If somebody who is saying he wants to be a president of a country is telling his so-called supporters to do everything they can to ensure that their party wins the election, even to the extent, if possible, they should snatch the ballot box. Can any reasonable president or can any reasonable candidate make such a statement and utterance? Can somebody running for the presidency in any country in the advanced world tell supporters this kind of rubbish? So why are they so desperate? If they had told people that the Labour Party was only on social media, it was a social media phenomenon, so why are they now desperate? Because we can see cases in Lagos where, for example, people who had Igbo names were stopped from entering into the venues or the voting, the venue where you had the polling units or the voting centers. Why? So we have seen a situation that played out during collection of PVCs. where the APC worked alongside the some of the INEC officials in trying to frustrate non-indigents or non-Yorubas trying to collect their PVCs, because their own was that they thought that because we're not Yorubas, their the possibility of them voting for the Labour Party was very, very high. And so I want to tell the INEC, because the video where, for example, Bola Ahmed Tinubu was telling his supporters to do everything they can or everything they could to ensure that they win the elections, including ballot snatching. I would say that is already incriminating evidence enough. I know that very soon they might say that the video was doctored, because that is their usual line, that the video was doctored. But thank God that the video was recorded by their own. And also, it is a shame to see some of the young people in that particular venue where he made this nonsense statement, clapping for him, applauding him. People who have seen the damage the bad leadership has brought to Nigeria, they were still applauding him rather than telling him what was right. But I'm happy Nigerians have woken up. The spell has been broken over Nigerians, and they can now see, they can now stand up to assert themselves. And this is a direct message to Professor Mahmoud Yakubu and the leadership of the INEC. You guys should do what is needful, because thank God that there's social media now. Thank God that these incidents are all recorded. So you should not just fold your hands and pretend as if nothing has happened, because you told the people that the INEC was ready for the elections. So these electoral offenses, as I will refer to them, they have all come up. And so it is your duty as the chairman of the INEC to ensure that these things are objectively addressed, because you cannot disenfranchise a group of people because of their tribe and come and tell the people that there was an election that was free and fair. You cannot in any way go ahead to begin to thumbprint ballot papers and try to stuff them, and you come and tell the electorate that everything was free and fair. You cannot begin to change results on the sheets that was transmitted, and then you come and say things were free and fair. So the INEC should ensure that if they need to have a re-election or to have a rerun elections in these places where things did not go well, they should be outrightly cancelled. But we are eagerly, anxiously looking forward to the collation of results that will begin to take place this afternoon. But I want to appeal to all Nigerians, especially the young people who have gone out to vote, especially for the Labour Party, to keep calm and just watch as things turns out. But for the north of Nigeria, it's surprising that we are not seeing results. The INEC told us that things will be live, things will be running as the results are coming in from different parts of Nigeria. Nigerians will be seeing it live. But since yesterday, we are not seeing those things. So if there are plans for manipulation of this result, it's not going to augur well, because Nigerians are fed up. Because Nigerians were expecting an election that is transparent in the sense of the word, but that is not exactly what we are seeing right now. So the INEC should do what is needful to address this issue. So my brothers and my sisters, I'll say let's keep calm, relax, and watch how this is going to play out. So let's continue to pray. May God bless Nigeria, and at the end of the day, may we see the kind of Nigeria we desire. May God bless you all. Amen.